Hi guys, it's Paula from PSEN Creations. Welcome to my channel if you're new, and welcome back if you're returning. Today's video is a flip through of the Wizard of Oz themed junk journal that I made. This was made using a VHS movie cover. So it was a VHS movie and I just popped out the cover. I've shown this before, and I made it into a 2-signature junk journal. So we're just going to do a flip through of this one. It is 3 pamphlets stitched in, and again, it has 2 signatures. The tie is removable. I don't know if this tie goes. You guys let me know in the comments if you think that this tie doesn't go. This is one of those rugs that, you know, they had the different fibers interweaved. And that's how the rug was made. This is a piece from that rug, and I took it and I sewed it just to make it slightly more straight. And then I also use my pinking shears just again to eliminate any fraying or a lot of fraying, because these tend to fray a lot. Anyways, let me know if you think that goes, or if I should maybe pick something else in the comments. Let me know. All right, again, 2 signatures, 3 pamphlet stitch. I did sew them in where I started from the outside of the book and in, so that the tails are on the outside, so that the center signature, it's a clean stitch, and you'll see when we get there. Right, so on the inside I used, so this one, what I did was I did the cover of the VHS cover, which is a thin cardstock, I would say, material, thicker than card paper but thinner than like the real thick cardstock. I then did a manila folder, and because I didn't want the manila folder to kind of come through, I also then did, on top of the manila folder, I did green tissue paper. So I just glued down a little bit of green tissue paper, and then on top of that I did the white felt. And then I sewed all the way around, and before I sewed all the way around, I did add this vintage lace here at the bottom, sewed it in as well, and that makes a pocket in the front and a pocket in the back. So this book, so this was a masterboard that I made just using my scraps, and I just took a cutout, I fussy cut an image from a book. So this particular journal, I used two different Wizard of Oz books, and they're different even in the like the character, the look of the characters. Okay, so that's what I did with this one. I also used a printable, 2 printables that I got from Etsy. If I remember, I will link the shop, because it was only one shop, I believe. I gotta go back and look, and I will call out what the printable was. And this was one of the printables here, where it was words or phrases from the Wizard of Oz, the Wonderful Wizard of Oz. And then I also used die cut stickers. Yep, die cut stickers. And washi tape, Wizard of Oz washi tape that I got off of Amazon, a seller on Amazon. Okay, so this was an image from one of the books, and you can see they've gone to the Emerald City at that point, so you can see it's I don't know, hopefully you can see it on the video. Backed it with copy dyed paper, sewed all the way around. It's a large journaling card. You all know that I enjoy making the envelope pockets, junk mail envelope pockets. So this one was a cutout from another book. Now this book was all black and white, and again, different images, and I just have a little poppy seed. No, poppy. You guys remind me in the comments what the flowers are. Now I literally have drawn an absolute blank and cannot remember what they are. But just a little sticker from one of the little die cut set that I got. And here is the washi tape. All the characters down here this is the actual characters from this particular version of the movie. There's different versions of the movie. This was a mailer that I received, and I just repurposed it, and I backed it with I think it was an vintage algebra book. And then I did the stamping of the flowers with the grass at the bottom, and then I colored in the flowers red with the little black center to make them look like they're those flowers. I cannot remember what they are. The road to the city of Emerald is paved with yellow bricks, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. So I also then covered it in yellow tissue paper. And then this is a sticker from the sticker set that I used of Dorothy and Toto, of course, in his basket. And that fits nicely here. This is washi tape as well, right here. That's on vintage music sheets. And then we have yellow paper, coffee dyed paper, and green paper. So it kind of stuck with those themes. Follow your own path. And I thought that was just a nice little sticker to add right here since it was the yellow paper. As you remember and know, my journals, I keep a lot of writing space in them. So that has that. This was a cutout from the black and white book that I used. The Search for the Wicked Witch. This is when they're walking through the fields. And this I just colored in with my colored pencils. So you can see there, I just colored it in to... I was trying to mimic one of the books, the cover of the book, but of course the cover of the book was, the scarecrow was like wearing something blue, but you can see in the movie itself, he doesn't, you know, it's like a green top with brown pants. So slight variation, but I like that. And I hope that the person that's asked me to make this book will like it as well. So in this pocket, I have a vintage envelope here, and I just green and the yellow. That's the reason why I kind of went with it. It has the stamps. It's from Boston, Mass. I'm not sure exactly of the year. I can't make out the year, but on the inside, I just added some Monopoly money. And then this was one of the cutouts. One of the printables that I got from the Etsy shop. So I backed that again on a manila folder this time with some vintage lace up here that's kind of like straw looking. It feels kind of strawy too. And you have your scarecrow here. This is a page from another book that I had of the Wizard of Oz. And you can see here the Cowardly Lion is green. They're all actually green, and then this here, they're blue. I think it's when they're at the Emerald City. This is a page from a kid's dictionary, vintage dictionary. Dorothy's boots. These are stickers here, and I just made a little tuck spot. Yahtzee scorecard, and a vintage Yahtzee scorecard, and then a flashcard that you can, the person that's getting this can, they could, the words just are escaping me today. Embellish. So coffee dyed paper, reproduction invoice. Here is another page from another Wizards of Oz book, and this was the Wicked Witch sticker that I added here. I added a little bit of this washi tape here that coordinates with, you know, Dorothy's dress that she's wearing. This one is all three of them walking through I think it is poppy seeds. Okay, I think I'm just going to go with that because if I keep not trying to name them, it's going to drive me nuts. This was from the black and white book, but it actually had a few pages that were colored. And this image here and this image here, this is the Wicked Witch. Again, the version of this book. And then this is Dorothy and the Wicked Witch as she's melting down. The image was the same, was like captured on both sides, so I didn't want to choose one or the other, so I just kept it like this, and they can do whatever they'd like with it. Maybe they don't like it at all. Vintage ruffle here sewn in. This is vintage dictionary page. This is a page from another book, Wizard of Oz book. And again, you can see that they're different, right? The characters and how they're dressed are different. I mean, the lion is still the lion, the Tin Man's still the Tin Man, the Scarecrow still the Scarecrow, and Dorothy's still Dorothy. It's really how they're dressed, so their appearance. This was from a little paper pack that I got, and it's the rainbows on this side, so it's double-sided, and it says somewhere over the rainbow. And then it has like newspaper writings or kind of just writings. This is the middle of the first signature, and you can see this is what I was talking about, the clean look. There's no little tails. This is the other side of that book that I was talking about. The other side of the dictionary page here, I added a coffee filter, and this was a cutout. There's a little paper clip that's holding both sides because there's two pockets, one on each side of the page. The Wizard of Oz. Again, this is from another book. This is where the monkeys, the flying monkeys, grab Dorothy and Toto. And I have an image sticker here of one of the flying monkeys. Different variation, right? Again, different books, different variation. Before I put that in, this is, are you a good witch or a bad witch? Just a little sticker here on this coffee filter. And then this is another vintage envelope. I don't think I can make out this year either. But again, I liked, this is a larger one. And in this envelope, I added a page from the scrapbook pages that I got of the Wizard of Oz. And this just says Oz, and it's green, and it's the Emerald City with the yellow brick road. I thought that can be used in some capacity. And this, obviously, this envelope doesn't have to continue to be used in this journal. It can be used in another journal if they feel like it doesn't go. And again, I just did the paper clip just to give it a little bit of stability. Stability, security. The other side of the page here was just the poppy seeds with the yellow brick road. It was just a little trim that was part of the sticker set that I got. So I just added to that page. Lots of ways where she can do her own embellishment if she likes. On here, I just added this red vintage ruffle or lace. And then this was another cutout from the book. This is where she found the red slippers and she was putting them on. So I only with my colored pencil colored the red slippers in. And it says, obviously, the Wizard of Oz. It was a small little picture. So I just grabbed that and backed it on some cardstock. And it just fits nicely right there. It's small, it doesn't weigh too much, but it's a little journaling card. Here's another vintage ruffled lace. This is, again, an image from that black and white book. Again, the title of the top was The Wizard of Oz on all the pages. So if I can preserve it, I did preserve it. On this one, what I did differently was I actually colored in with my colored pencils the characters. And again, I was just following kind of suit of what I saw on the cover, except for the Scarecrow. I did change him on this one. Instead of making him blue because he was next to Dorothy and her dress was blue here that I did, I made him like a brown outfit. I don't know. I thought it was cool. There were some that obviously I left so that the person that gets it, if they want to finish coloring them with color pencils. So now we move on to the second signature. This is a page from another Wizard of Oz book. And oh, here we have the wizard. Oh, we have the Good Witch. We have the Good Witch right here. So it's a little sticker there. This was a page from the book, another book, Wizard of Oz book. And this was just words on this side. So I added my, what do I use to make these clear large pockets? I talked about it before. Laminating. They're laminating sheets. Again, I got them at the Goodwill. So I have laminating sheets that I bought that I actually used to laminate. And these I got from the Goodwill. So before I even found out that they were laminating sheets, I was using it this way, and I'm just continuing to use them. But I made two large, actually, did I make two large? I made a large tag here. So it's skinny and large, but it fits nicely. This is an image from one of the books. And the Wizard of Oz was the cutout from the book. And this is actually a page from the book as well. And it's on the same mailer that I used to make a lot of the tags. So when you see the brown, it's the same mailer that I received that I repurposed. But it fits nicely. And then a paper tab at the top, and it's sewn all the way around. Little rainbow sticker I added right here. And then just a little bit of that blue gingham that mimics her dress. And this is washi tape. And we have the Scarecrow here from the movie. This is from a Mother Goose book, but the reason I used it was because it had a line right here. So I just went ahead and used that. This can obviously be covered any way that the individual that's getting it or gets it wants to do it. This is vintage lace. Another reproduction in voice. This is another page from another Wizard of Oz book. This was a sticker of the Good Witch that I just added there. green emerald city, and it does have glitter. So I did try to wipe off as much as I can so that there's no fallout, but there is a little bit of fallout. We have another junk mailer pocket. This is a top loader, and it says, "You have plenty of courage. I am sure all you need is confidence in yourself, the Wizard of Oz." So here I just did a little cutout from the book. So just a book page from one of the books, and I just used a scrap piece of paper. I did the blue gingham washi tape, and then I can't remember what that's called. The hourglass. The hourglass, it's a sticker that came in the sticker pack, so I just used it. And this is one of the printables as well that I used. So I just did the printable, and then the book page is behind it, and it says the winged monkey. So that was from a Wizard of Oz book page as well. And again, the mailer, some vintage lace as the tab on the top, sewed all the way around. In the middle of the signature is another one of those scrap pages that I got my hands on. They were small though. They were like 8 by 8 or something like that. They were very small, so that's why. But look how cute this is. There's no place like home. It's Toto with the red bow and the blue gingham. And then this is obviously the blue gingham, a little faded right here, like if it's vintage, and then the red slippers. This was another printable from the Etsy shop that I picked up. So you got Dorothy, you got all the characters, Dorothy, the Tin Man, the Scarecrow, the Cowardly Lion, and I think the fifth one was the witch, not the good witch, the wicked witch. I feel like there was a sixth one, but I can't remember. Anyhow, they're not all in here because I didn't print them all out. I just printed the ones that I thought, and it was just, the image was like, looked like it was on a book page, and that's all it was. So I could have fussy cut it if I wanted to, but I liked how it looked here. And this was a page from the music sheet that had a lot of words because it was talking about the writer of the music. I just added this here because his face was there. The picture of the person that wrote the music was there, and I just added this scrap here, and then when we flip over here, it just flips out. So it's like a little spot where you can write something, and then it's just there. This is just yellow paper that it said, I added this little saying from the movie: "If I ever go looking for my heart's desire again, I won't look any further than my own backyard." From one of the Wizard of Oz books that I used, the reproduction invoice. This was from the Mother Goose book. There was a unicorn. I don't know, there could have been a unicorn there that we didn't see. And this was another printable, right, from that one set. This is the Tin Man, and I made it into a pocket. And this is just handmade paper that you can get. At one point in time, you can get these from like the Dollar Tree kits, where if you got paper, you got some of the handmade stuff. And then I just, if you can see, I just punched each corner with a Martha Stewart punch that I think makes a lovely little punch. So definitely a lot of writing in that. Some more vintage eyelet ruffle trim. This is the washi tape again. I just used it there. I did cover the stitching there, but that's not why I did it. I just didn't want to keep this page completely plain. So that's why I added it there, and it still gives you room to do something. This was the little French American dictionary page. This is the other side of the one where I made into little clear pockets. And this one was from the black and white book, The Wizard of Oz. And that's when Dorothy is getting the Scarecrow so that he can go with her on her journey to find the wizard. And oh, sorry, I don't know if I showed, it's backed with the same mailer. Okay, we're rounding the end, guys, as in 2 pages away. Here's another copy dyed paper. This is from another book. And then the end is this image from another book that I just cut out and then backed on that mailer. And then I added this right here. It says, "There is no place like home, the wonderful Wizard of Oz." And that's it. I hope you guys enjoy the flip through. I hope maybe it gave you a little bit of inspiration if you're looking to make your own Wizard of Oz book. And again, if you're interested in any, VHS books, if I can find the VHS and find some themed items that go with it, then I'm happy to make it. Just let me know. Message me on Instagram, TikTok, here, whatnot. PSEN Creations on all platforms. All right, guys, thanks so much, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.